Hello all, I thought I'd do another little video on some of the knives I just received. These are Mora knives. They're made in Sweden. They're very inexpensive. I think this one costs $17 and this one costs about $13. So they're very, very reasonably priced. I bought these primarily because I wanted to give them a try because I'd heard some good things about them. And I wanted a really light knife for backpacking where I didn't have to carry very much when I wasn't going to be deep in the woods or whatever. So this one was more of a just kind of, it was inexpensive, so I wanted to give it a try. This one was the one I really intend to take with me when I'm backpacking. So, or at least that was initially what I was thinking. So as far as the knife goes, it's a, it's a simple knife. It's this one's got a stainless steel blade on it. It's there it is. Not too fancy, but it works. It's got a nice grippy handle. Fits my hand reasonably well. Kind of small, but and then it's got, you can get some good leverage on the back of the blade. Don't think your hand's going to slide around too much even if it gets wet. So yeah, I think that'll work for basic bushcraft and just going camping and needing a fixed blade knife. I believe the tang doesn't go all the way down to the very bottom, but I saw another video where it showed that it goes down to about here. So it's not obviously a real expensive knife, but I think it'll do the job, and it's really sharp from the factory. So I was pleasantly surprised at the quality. This one is and just actually I don't remember. This is the Craftsman line, but I don't remember what the particular model number was. So also as far as the sheath goes, it it gets in there pretty good. It's pretty solid once it's in there. It's your basic plastic sheath. You can put that over your belt and clip it on without having to take your belt off, which is kind of nice. But not a whole lot to the sheath. But heck, for $17, it's not bad. Or $13 or whatever that one was. This one I think was the $17 one. This one's sheath is even less significant. This is an SL2BK. It is a laminated steel knife. So if you probably can't see it. Even if I turn it like that, but you can see if you're here a definite edge between the two steels, the middle more brittle but harder steel, and then the outer softer steels. This one also is very sharp. This is more in line with their classic line. The handle, I think the number ones are red and this one's apparently unfinished, but it's a nice little knife. A little bit longer than the other one, not too bad, but one thing I really did not like was the sheath. It holds it okay, it's fine, I don't think it's going to come out of there or anything, but because of the way it holds onto it, it's strictly friction. And so that, if your hands were slick or you were wearing gloves or something, I don't think you could get this out very easily. It's just, it's just the friction on there that holds it in, so there's not a whole lot to grab here, which bothered me a little bit as far as taking it out in the woods. If it was really cold or your hands were wet or whatever, you might have a hard time retrieving that. And it's just a cheap plastic, but like I said, it's inexpensive. So, but what I did, since I've been kind of getting into the leather crafting a little bit, is I went ahead and made a sheath for it. This was some leather I had left over from another project I was trying, and it turned out okay. It's you've got the stitching here and some rivets on the wear points. You've got a buckle on the back, so you can pop it on and off your belt easily. It's got a little thing here so you can put that around your belt or strap horizontally as opposed to the normal belt loop, which I kind of like in most cases. It gives you more flexibility. You could also put a steel in here if you wanted to, just barely. You could store it there, something like that works. You can get that snapped on, but mostly I just put it on there for a loop. So you just stick the knife in there. Obviously it's a sheath, how sheaths work, and then you put that on. It's a little tight, but I tend to make them a little bit tighter at first so they'll loosen up over time and not get sloppy. But anyway, yeah, that's it. I was fairly pleased with it. It's didn't take a terribly long period of time to make, and you know, once you've made a few of these, you get a little bit better at it, and it doesn't take you quite as long to figure out what you're doing. So anyway, there we go, another sheath.